and welcome back to Sarania's Travel Vlogs. We are on our last trip of the year 2023 in Puerto Rico, and today we'll be exploring the eastern side of Puerto Rico and majorly the city of Luquillo. Luquillo is a very special place in Puerto Rico. It's located about a 30 minutes drive from the San Juan airport and a quick 25 minutes from the city of San Juan. Luquillo is best known for the Yunque National Forest, which happens to be the only tropical rainforest in the United States National Park System and has mountain ranges that extend up to about more than 3,000 feet in height. Luquillo is also very well known for its powdery sand beaches that have extensive shorelines where you can snorkel and do other kinds of things. So hopefully you stay with us and enjoy our short trip to Luquillo, Puerto Rico. We decided to stay for a couple of nights in an Airbnb in Luquillo, and as the morning unfurled in front of our eyes, we could just be extremely grateful and thankful to ourselves for finding this place deep inside the Yunque National Rainforest. We stayed in the room on the roof. This is a 2-storied house, and some of the flora and fauna are very, very reminiscent of a lot of trees that we have grown up seeing in India, because this is a tropical rainforest. So the coconut trees, the banana trees only were an added treat to the eyes. And the house is located on a farm which is operated by this small family, and they have hens. There were peacocks which were domesticated, which was extremely fun to see. But please stay around and enjoy as we show you a little bit of our Airbnb. Doesn't this look like a very familiar sight to the eyes? The natural diversity of this place is very similar to our country, and because of its close proximity to the equator. The misty emerald green forest located on the island's northeast corner features these beautiful rolling mountains, neighborhoods where you can find peacocks and peahens roaming around, and obviously Yunque is home to a tremendous biodiversity of flora and fauna, and the Yunque rainforest has been a prized jewel of this island, really, so to speak, because of its beautiful flora and fauna. And I'm sure you caught that peacock. And as we drove away from our Airbnb more towards the Yunque rainforest entrance, we were amazed with the narrow roads, and these are 2-lane roads, a little difficult to drive. But then again, like if you don't rent a car in the island of Puerto Rico, it's really difficult to navigate and visit all parts of the island. So yeah, it was really fun, kind of a drive, roaming around, and these small neighborhoods covered with forests, really literally part of the forest itself. And yeah, hope you guys are enjoying it too. So we are almost at the entrance of the Yunque National Rainforest here in Puerto Rico, and there'll be a little bit of history. Let's learn a little bit about the history of the name, and also how this became to this came to become one of the largest rainforest systems as a part of the United States. So the name Yunque actually means the anvil because of its flat peak, and King Alfonso XII of Spain proclaimed this area to be a protected reserve back in the 1800s, in 1876 specifically. In 1903, President Roosevelt declared it the Luquillo Forest Reserve, And that's how this became one of the most prominent parts of the national rainforest system of the US, and the only tropical rainforest in the United States. As you enter, you're greeted with the visitor center. That's exactly where I am right now. And this is a fun spin that you can do to decide how you want to explore the rainforest. So there are several ways. Yunque is obviously a hiker's paradise with over 38 kilometers of recreational trails. But then again, you can also do a whole drive through the rainforest, and that's what we got here, and that's why I'm having fun, and see all the landmarks on the way. Also, this is the habitat to over about 200 or more than 200, I think, of animals and species, and one of the birds that are becoming really extinct in this area has been protected and are being handled very carefully inside the visitor center, and you can see them. So here we are. I think our first spotting was that of an iguana, which is fairly common in this part of the island and also the forest. But it was fun to see the iguana chilling under the sun, and you're going to see it in a minute. But yeah, stay with us and hope you enjoy glimpses around this beautiful, biodiverse space on this island, on the northeast corner to be specific. And yeah, stay and enjoy. As we drove through the national rainforest, one of our first spots, or actually the first spot that we stopped at, was La Coca Falls. And the La Coca Falls are just magnanimous and beautiful, especially surrounded by this kind of tropical fauna around it. It's at an elevation of about 14,050 feet above sea level, and it's a spectacular waterfall. The waters drop from about 85 feet, which is 26 meters, onto a huge rock formation at the bottom of the falls. It's a beautiful spot for people to stop and take pictures, and you could also take a hike from right next to the falls and go and see it from a more from have a closer view of it. But yeah, we decided to stop here and take a couple pictures and move on through the national rainforest onto the next spots. So our next stop happened to be at Coit Tower, which is also one of the important landmarks inside the UK. And the Coit Tower, the good part about the Coit Tower is that there's lots of parking generally in front of the Coit Tower. So you can park your car and take the stairs upstairs to get beautiful panoramic views of the entire rainforest. And generally, on a cloudy day, it's a little harder to see, but on a good day like this, we were able to see beautiful ocean views of entire Luquillo and most parts of the Yunque National Forest. So that's definitely a must see. After exiting El Yunque, we decided to go to Luquillo Beach, which is the second most popular place here in Luquillo. As you can see, it's got a beautiful vibe and is one of the nicest and safest public beaches in Luquillo. It's a beautiful plantation of majestic coconut palms, shades more than over a mile of fine and shimmering sand. It's also safe for swimming, and there are cafeterias, public bathrooms with showers, access for disabled people, and huge amount of parking lot situation. Luquillo Beach is also called La Montserrat Beach. It would be a wonderful place to go and hang out for a day with food, with just relaxing on the sand, taking a bath, all kinds of things that you could associate with a beach. water here is just pristine blue, like a lot of other places, and you'll find really esoteric, quaint things happening on the beach. Like here, you can see two macaws. So here you can, like, basically click pictures with the macaws for a few dollars. It was fun, just people watching and staying on the beach, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. And we decided to get a pina colada from a local vendor, and it was just amazing. I mean, they scooped the entire pineapple out, so it was authentic. And it was probably the freshest pina coladas that I've drunk in all of my life so far. On our way back to San Juan, we decided to stop at Loíza. So Loíza is a few minutes outside of San Juan and just past touristy Isla Verde. It's best known for its really traditional, masks and the beachside community of Piñones. So we are currently in Piñones, and Piñones is extremely well known for, the best food that you can find on Puerto Rico, and the best fritters, or alcapurrias, which are very native to this region. So alcapurria is almost like a fritter that's fried with corn and has meat inside. But what really makes Loíza also popular and distinct from any other part of Puerto Rico is the rich African heritage that permeates its identity. The town was settled in 16th century with the Yoruba tribe of people who were brought from Africa as slaves, and now most of the culture, food here is basically dominated by the African community, so Afro-Puerto Rican really, and has the largest black population on the island. So here we are in Piñones. There are lots of stalls who are making a lot of very interesting food items. Like there's skewers going on, as you can see, on the grill. Then it's really a very, very hot day, so obviously a lot of good drinks also. And of course the boardwalk in Piñones is wonderful, amazing. There's music all around. The beach is beautiful. You can take a walk alongside. So yeah, be with us and enjoy this beautiful location of Piñones in Loíza, Puerto Rico. as we take a walk on the boardwalk. That sounds interesting. But as we were walking, we saw a lot of people, and it was getting really hot. So we decided to go into one of these restaurants, but not sit inside. But we wanted to grab a frappe. And here you can see they have a really long list of frappes. So, Piniones is famous for its food stalls and frappes. So we decided to go with the tamarind one. Of course, a lot of sugar. But because it was such a hot day, we decided to anyway gulp it down. It was amazing. So yeah, here we go. Also grabbed I think a mango one. So the mango one was made with fresh fruit. The tamarind one, I think they use a syrup. So either way, it was yummy and tasty, and we couldn't stop at that. We were thirsty and decided to get some coconut water, and stopped at a small stall, and kind of befriended a local here. Her name is Alice. So she treated us to the probably the most amazing coconut water I've had in years, because it's fresh, brought down from the tree, and amazing. And she also cut the pulp later for us to enjoy that as well. The struggle for the pulp was real, as you guys saw, but essentially at the end of it, I think it was totally worth the struggle because it was so yummy. And like I said, one of the freshest coconut waters and pulp I've had in years.
তাহলে আরো নিচের দিকে গিয়ে ওখানে দেখতে পারি। এখন সন্ধ্যা হয়েছে তো, এখন যদি খুলে থাকে।
So the fun part is that most of these small shops, as you can see, we wrapped a few alcapurrias for the road. We couldn't stop from doing that for us to enjoy later. But yeah, the Jenny make the alcapurrias here with beef and pork, and also crab. But as I was saying, the fun thing about this place is that most of the restaurants use a lot of grill, use a lot of coal fire, to kind of keep the food warm, and also cook the food like wood and coal. So there's an added enhancement to the taste because of this rustic way of cooking, which I thought was fun. So after we had a few snack stops, we decided to walk along the boardwalk one more time, or really along the streets, to kind of get more flavor of the place, which is always a good thing to do, to kind of take walks. You can see so many things, the details, interact with the people, but it was really a fun evening here. It was nearing sunset, and there were a lot of people who had come out because it was the weekend. And yeah, I couldn't recommend this place more to anyone who visits Puerto Rico. If you have some time, do visit Piñones, Loíza. It's really worth it. It's really worth it to visit Piñones. Not only because of the wonderful waters, but also because you get to see a little bit of the Afro Puerto Rican culture, and immerse yourself in a little bit of more authentic version of Puerto Rico, which is not something that we get to see often on the mainland. So yeah, I would definitely recommend coming here. Hope you guys are enjoying these videos from Puerto Rico. And here's a wrap up. We're almost, ending our trip here in Loíza, Piñones, and we'll see you soon in another location in Puerto Rico. But till then, keep watching Sarania's travel vlogs. And if you like the video, please do not forget to, like, share, and subscribe.